You guys are not gonna believe this. Like seriously, grab your tea. Because Harry and Meghan just got hit with a snub so cold, it might as well have been straight out of a royal deep freeze.
Now, there's always something going on in the royal household, and this week has been no different. The Prince and the Princess of Wales treated their children to a day of jets, helicopters and historic planes, and after...
In a twist that's got jaws dropping all across Hollywood, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been flat out rejected by the LA Area Emmy Awards. Yes, you heard that right. Rejected, as in thanks but no thanks. This prestigious event, basically one of the biggest red carpet kickoffs for Emmy season, has slammed the door on the royal couple's attempt to secure an invite. I mean, this is supposed to be their territory now, right? California? Hollywood? Fame? Apparently not, because for Harry and Meghan, it wasn't just a no, it was a wake-up call. A brutal reminder that star power without actual substance just doesn't cut it anymore. Ouch!
Performed as a ball girl. Now, each Saturday I love to give you a rundown. Who better to do so than Angela Levin, royal biographer. Angela.
Yes, hello. Yes, it's been very busy.
Sources say the two of them are absolutely livid. I mean, fuming. Their egos thoroughly bruised. The same industry they've tried to cozy up to is now turning its back. The message? Enough with the performative activism and vanity projects. The Emmy crowd wants actual television achievements, not headlines. This isn't just any red carpet event, remember? The LA Emmys attract real, serious creators, directors, producers, actors who actually make television, not just people who talk about it in interviews or show up with a Netflix deal and no delivery. And Meghan and Harry, they were reminded, harshly, that Hollywood's patience is wearing thin.
With Harry and Meghan, because you always like that first. And you don't know where you are, so I can't think how they know where they are. They're in, they're out. They're going to do things separately, then they're going to do things apart. Meghan's never needed him more.
Get this. Apparently Meghan and Harry thought their names alone would get them in the door, like some kind of royal backstage pass. But Emmy organizers weren't having it. One insider didn't even sugarcoat it. They said, and I quote, "They've contributed nothing to regional programming. Why would they be here?" Ouch, again. It's honestly wild how far the fall has been. Remember when they landed in California back in 2020? People were hyped. Royal disruptors, they called them. Meghan was gonna conquer Hollywood. Harry was the charismatic outsider with a story to tell. But now, even local Hollywood doesn't want them.
Whirly gig, which I think keep you occupied. Now, Harry was going to go to Africa on his own and do a broadcast for Netflix, which he hoped they would accept. She was going to stay here and talk.
It's no secret Meghan's been gunning for a spot at the top in Hollywood. She's tried everything. Producing, podcasting, pitching animated series, you name it. But let's be real, most of it never really took off.
Everybody's got a home, so they have to come in with something very similar. And she also wants to help women give birth to babies safely. You think, help. What do you know? I mean, if you have two babies...
Projects were scrapped, some sidelined, most underperformed. The Spotify deal canceled. Her Netflix stuff, crickets, her acting career. At this point, it's ancient history. The Emmy snub just puts the final nail in that Hollywood powerhouse narrative.
Fun. She went along to Wimbledon with her sister. They're very close, and her sister lost her husband recently, so it's a very nice thing to do. But we also learned that she is not going to get paid by the government as the consort. Prince Philip was paid for that.
People inside the biz have been whispering it for months. Meghan's Hollywood currency is basically gone. She's not seen as an asset anymore. She's a liability. And let's not get it twisted. This wasn't personal. It was strictly professional. The Emmys didn't care about their royal titles, their drama, or their flashy appearances. They care about real contributions. And as far as the LA Emmy folks are concerned, Harry and Meghan haven't done any. Then there's Harry, once a prince with global appeal. Now, he's just Meghan's +1 in her rocky Hollywood storyline. His memoir, Spare, made a splash, sure. But let's be honest, it was royal gossip, not groundbreaking TV.
Until he died, it's over £300,000 a year. And it's for staff, it's for travelling, it's for all the sort of your work. It's expenses that everybody has if they're working. But she's not going to get it because they realise that it's very hard for people.
And Emmy organizers, they didn't even know what to do with him. He's not part of the scene. He doesn't contribute. He just shows up, triggers headlines, and draws attention for all the wrong reasons. At best, he's seen as a media distraction. At worst, a non-factor. He's no longer the prince with a purpose. He's the guy tagging along as Meghan's Hollywood hopes slowly slip away.
And it would make them very angry. It's King Charles with so much money. and she got something else from the country. So she's not taking that, which I think is a very good idea and shows a sensitivity that they're not sort of living in a world that doesn't know.
When even the LA Emmys don't want you, when they turn you down without blinking, that says it all. Once upon a time, these two could spark frenzy just by being on a guest list. Now, people are cautious, nervous even. Event organizers ask, are they bringing cameras? Will they hijack the spotlight? Are they here for the event or just to promote themselves? That's why the answer was no. Not because of some petty feud, but because Hollywood sees them for what they are now, self-promoters who bring baggage, not brilliance. The Emmy season is sacred here. It's about creators, storytellers, the actual work, not people chasing headlines. And the Sussexes, they just don't fit anymore. Their entire brand was built to blend royal sparkle with progressive vibes. But now, it reads like one giant PR act, glossy but hollow. The LA Emmys saw through it. Hollywood is starting to see through it. And that, more than anything, is why this snub stings so badly. This isn't just tabloid tea, it's what the industry really thinks. Behind closed doors, the whispers are turning into full-blown eye rolls. Even A-listers are starting to step back. No more red carpet cuddles, no more fake smiles, guest lists are being double-checked. Even regional awards are saying nope, and that is a brutal reality check. Because in this town, star power without substance is like a script with no plot, pointless. And now the question everyone's asking is this. If this is how Emmy season starts for Meghan and Harry,
To us here, then our politicians, which is interesting.
Yeah, they're very accessible. And when the Queen died and they came back the next day, instead of going into Buckingham Palace, there were so many people there that they went round and shook hands and thanked them for turning up because it was wet and cold. And I thought that that was a very big sign that they...
then what does the rest of the year even look like for them? Major studios are slashing budgets. Audiences want real stories, not vanity fluff. And honestly, that's all the Sussexes have become in Hollywood's eyes. A walking PR machine, all noise, no creation. The LA area Emmys didn't just shut them out. They sent a message, a big fat silent one. It said, "You don't matter here anymore." Let that sink in. Because for a couple that once dreamed of ruling the Hollywood scene, that kind of silence is louder than any tabloid headline. It's not just rejection, it's erasure. That Emmy snub wasn't some petty slight. It was a wake-up call, and one that echoed across the industry. You want prestige? You gotta earn it. You want access? Try contributing something first. But what did the Sussexes offer? No show, no nomination, no creative work. Just two names trying to ride the wave of an event that actually stands for something. And Hollywood's finally calling them out. One insider even said it out loud. There was no show, no nomination, no contribution. Just two people trying to piggyback off an event that actually matters. Mic dropped. Prestige can't be begged for, and it definitely can't be demanded. The Emmys didn't ban them, didn't blacklist them, they just didn't respond. And that hurts way more. The aftermath? Dead quiet. Not a single industry peer rushed to their defense. No trending hashtags, no open letters, just silence. And in Hollywood, that's devastating. One PR consultant spilled the real tea. People are tired of the drama, tired of the entitlement, and tired of this idea that being royal is somehow enough. It's not. Meghan's attempts to rebrand herself as a Hollywood executive aren't sticking. Harry's little dips into documentary work? Cute, but not convincing. Sure, their names still sell gossip, but credibility? Not even close. Back in Montecito, the rejection hit hard. Insiders say tensions are flaring. Meghan's reportedly furious, another public blow to her image. She's been trying to break free of the whole victim angle, trying to show the world she's a serious content creator. But this makes her look like just another famous face begging for attention. And Harry, poor Harry, word is he's spiraling. Again, he keeps blaming the royal family, the institution, the system. But the truth? He's a man with no clear place, no throne, and now, no place in Hollywood either. From palace exile to industry rejection, this is a whole different kind of isolation. And worse, it's happening right in their own neighborhood. The Emmy snub wasn't just a one-off, it's the latest chapter in a long string of flops. Spotify canceled after one season, Netflix losing interest, business deals fizzling, projects half-finished if they're started at all. Even once friendly media outlets are pulling back, they're not buying the freedom fighters story anymore. One article even asked, are Meghan and Harry famous for doing anything or just for being famous? And honestly, that question haunts their entire Hollywood dream because in the royal world, they always had cover, titles, history, institutions. But Hollywood, it's ruthless. It runs on talent, relevance, consistency. And the Sussexes, they're 0 for 3. They thought they could walk in, flash a title, and run the show. But this town's not Buckingham Palace. Here, you perform or you disappear. And the Emmys just confirmed it. You haven't performed. You don't belong. Their fairy tale of breaking free from royal control and becoming Hollywood powerhouses, it's unraveling. Fast. They wanted to redefine royalty, but Hollywood's not playing along because here, you can't rely on your last name, you gotta deliver. Podcast, flop, TV shows, where? Public image, messy. And now the Emmy snub? It's more than embarrassing, it's clarifying. It shows everyone, fans, critics, peers, exactly where Meghan and Harry stand. They believe they could trade on prestige, but the industry isn't buying what they're selling, not anymore. Hollywood isn't being cruel, it's being honest. And that's something the Sussexes just can't seem to handle. You know what's even worse than public rejection? Being ignored, and that's exactly what the Emmys did. No outrage, no sympathy, not even an overflow seat. They were invisible. And for two people who used to shut down city blocks with a single appearance, that kind of invisibility must feel like a total body blow. In Hollywood, being hated means you're still relevant. Being forgotten? That's the real death sentence. And here's the kicker: back across the pond, whispers say some folks in the royal circle are secretly satisfied. After all the tell-alls, the accusations, the digs at the monarchy, they didn't need to clap back because Hollywood is doing it for them. One royal insider even joked, "We never had to retaliate. They're doing it to themselves." And honestly, that might be the harshest truth of all. Their plan to torch the palace and rise from the ashes in LA, it's burning out.